Hello, everyone. This is Meredith with a brief little 800 link message. Unfortunately, I cannot teach you how to do Excel. If you are not familiar with Excel, you can still get them out of 800 link this way, but you're going to need to ask someone else, maybe your sponsor or someone else to help you once you get them out of 800 link. But for those of you who do know, this is how you get them. Don't know Excel, you'll be able to figure this out probably a little bit better. But anyway, this is how you get your numbers out. First, before I do that though, real quick, I'm just going to make sure you've set up your 800 link properly. So here is, like, you click on services. Here's the any phone numbers you have set up with 800 link. You click on one. In standard settings here, it's going to tell you what message you have set up. I have Jason's 3-minute with email at this point anyway. That's what I like. And but if you click on the down, there's lots of choices here. That's the one I have. I don't do anything with anything. I don't do anything with take message. I leave this at the default. Preferences, I don't do anything to. And then with notifications, I have it set so that whenever someone leaves me a message only, no other way, I get an email. Letting me know. Now, you can click on edit here and choose other ways. For example, all incoming calls, you could get an email notification or a text too. Or calls lasting a certain amount of time or whatever. But I prefer to only get emails if I have a message, because I want to call those as soon as possible. I mean immediately if at all possible. Now, when I do a voice broadcast, there are some people who press 1 for more information. When you get a voice broadcast, you hear a brief little 30-second message, and it says, the intriguing message, and it says, if you want more information, press 1. Some people press 1, they listen to the whole message, they leave their name and number. Some people press 1 and they don't, for whatever reason. Maybe they weren't interested in the first place. Sometimes they don't finish listening because maybe their boss walks in the room or whatever. So anybody who pressed 1 though becomes, you can get a list of those people, and anyone who pressed 1, I want to know, because I'm going to call them even if they listen for just a few seconds, just in case. And I have done a training on what you say to people who pressed 1. There is a press 1 training in our recorded trainings. Now, to get those numbers, you go to call reports. Now, if I'd done a broadcast today, it's the default comes up with today's date. It's going to list them here, but I did not do a broadcast today. I did one about a week ago or something. So what you do is you click here, and it's going to give you today, yesterday, past 7 days, month to date, last month. And if you want anything before that, you simply go to the date. Like, for instance, if you wanted, in this case, let's say from January 4th to May 9th, you would do that. But let's just do last month, or month to date. So you click on whatever it is, and then you go load. And here they come. And now you click to the right of load, and you click export. And these are all the columns that are in the 800 link information. Most of the columns you're not going to need or care about, but until you're used to what they mean, don't bother deleting them here. Wait till you get them in a file. Just go ahead and click next. This page I always leave exactly as it is. Export. Now it comes up in a CSV file, not an Excel file. CSV, I don't know how to describe it, is sort of like the administrative way to work things that till they get into Excel. So it comes up automatically named cd.csv. This is downloads. So I'm going to click on documents, and I'm going to click on my Titum folder, and I'm going to, I have a.csv. That's my word for my title for a temporary file that I have. I just name it A, B, C, whatever. So here's A, so I'm going to click A, and I'm going to change it from CSV to, oops, wait a minute, I sorry. Now wait a minute. What happened to my... Oh, that's right. No, this is correct. So I need to save it as A. Save. It says it already exists. Do I want to replace it? Yes. Now I can either go to the folder and open it, or it's right here at the bottom left of my screen. I click on it and it's going to open. I think it might have already opened. Yep, there it is. And now I'm going to save it as an Excel file, because Excel files are easier to work than CSV files when you're just working them. So save as, and I'm going to change this to Excel. And again, my temporary files A, B, whatever, so I'm going to name this B. It already exists, yes. Now, anything else here, basically, if you're not really familiar with Excel, this is where you're going to need to get someone's help. But basically, anytime you have a file, a column that looks weird like this, it just means it's not wide enough. So there's two ways to get this wide enough. Either you put your cursor between A and B and it turns into this T looking thing, and you can double click, or you can just click and slide over. So here we'll double click. Now, most of these columns are not needed for any reason. This one tells you the date and time. I like that. This is the number of the prospect. This column isn't necessary. This column isn't necessary. You may or may not want this column. This says how long they listened to the message. The reason you have this is because for the ones who didn't press one, who pressed one but didn't leave a message, these are the ones I'm going to call when I can, as soon as possible again. But note, okay, so then here this one needs to be bigger. And this is the phone number that you called them from, your 800 link number. You may or may not want that for your particular type of record keeping. This column's not necessary. Now this column is saying whether or not they left a message. False means they didn't leave a message. True means they did. Now I don't need the trues because I already called all the trues immediately. I only come here for the ones who didn't leave a message. So the first thing I'm going to do is click on in here and go Control A. So I select all the ones in here. And I'm going to sort by column E. So I go to, and by the way, this is an older version of Microsoft, so you're going to have a different way to do this anyway, but these are the basic instructions, but it's probably going to look different in your computer or your version of Microsoft Office. But anyway, you go Data, Sort, and I want to sort by column E first, which is, here it's titled Message. So I'm going to do Message left, actually. It's not open all the way. And there is the header row included, which is this first row up here. I did include that. And so now I'm going to do OK. And now all the falses are going to be first. I could have done descending. Now I'm going to scroll down till I see true, and I'm going to go like, I'm going to click here and slide down and delete all these because I don't need these. They're already in my records. I already called all the trues immediately. Before I do this sort of thing, because I get the email notification for the trues. True meaning they left a message, false meaning they didn't. So now I don't really need this file. Maybe for you have to decide for yourself what kind of records you need. And then these two I don't need. This is do not call and blocked. I don't need that. And then location, the state or province in Canada, and the time zone. That I definitely like. Okay, so that is it. Now, as far as record keeping goes, I did do 3 videos on record keeping, what you might do with this file. Once you've done this, you might want to keep your records, or you can get this into a Word document. For instance, if you're not very familiar with Excel, I can't explain it all to you, but you could copy, actually, you just click in here and do Control A for select. It'll select all this. Then you go to a Word document. Whoops. By the way, here's a little trick. To go back and forth from files in your computer, put your thumb on the Alt key. That's the key to the left of the space bar. Keep it depressed. Put your thumb on the Alt key, A-L-T, the Alt key to the left of the space bar. Keep it depressed. Put your index finger on the Tab key and release. Press and release. And see, it's showing you everything that's open on your computer. And every time you press and release, it's going to take you to the next thing. Do you see that? And when you go to what you want to see, then you let go. So this is where I wanted to go back to, the BXLS file. So now I'm going to let go of the Alt key and I'm here. Now I'm going to do Control C for copy. Now I'm going to do the Alt key again, put my thumb on the Alt key, keep it depressed. Put my index finger on the Tab key, press once, press again, and now it's in my Word document that I wanted to go to. Now I'm going to do so I let go of the Alt key. Now I'm going to do Control V as in Victor for paste. And there's all the stuff in a Word document. So if you don't know, Excel, you might want to put this all in a Word document. And then that's really all I can show you here. If you look at my Word, if you look at my record keeping file videos, and you want to kind of get that, plus you might have to add a column in here or two, or switch some things around to match my date template file, which I can send you. I know that sounds confusing right now. Really, this was all just to tell you how to get the numbers out of 800 Link, but if you watch my videos on record keeping, this might make a little bit more sense. Good luck, everybody. I hope that wasn't too horrible. I hope it was helpful. Goodbye.